Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You're watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Akram Yamani. Let's have a look on today's top headlines. 10 messages Narendra Modi gave to Jharkhand. BJP Chief Amit Shah in Hyderabad today to help party get a grip in Telangana. Assam Nagaland border clashes, 3 killed in fresh police firing curfew imposed. Gaza strife escalates after talk collapses. Employees in Kashmir says protest to demand better wages. Uttar Pradesh floods, death toll hits 89, 1.5 lakh people affected. Headlines in details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils a playgroup to dedicate the 765 kV Ranchi Dharma Jagir Sipat, that is inter-regional transmission line, to the nation and inaugurate commencement of work of 3 into 660 megawatts of Northern Karanapur Super Thermal Power Project in Ranchi on August 21st, that is today. Governor of Jharkhand Syed Ahmed, Chief Minister Hemant Soren, Union Minister for Communication and Information Technology and Law and Justice Ravi Shankar Prasad, Minister of State, that is Independent Charge for Power, Coal and New and Renewable Energy Piyush Goyal are also seen. Here are the 10 silent points for his speech. First one as follows: Jharkhand has the potential to beat Gujarat. Why should Jharkhand stay backward? The new project power transmission lines will connect the east with the west. The power transmission lines will help change the face of Jharkhand. The government you have elected in the Lok Sabha poll wants a balanced India and not east or west, north or south. State ministers, MP delegations have to do the rounds of New Delhi to get something done in the state. 10 years go by in a blink without any development. But that has changed. Centre's conviction: if India has to go forward, state have to go forward. Centre wants facilitators, helps in a state progress. Like this, the 10th goes as this is the land of Birsa Munda and we must stand together and brave the odds like him for a better Jharkhand.
झारखंड के नागरिकों का हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं कि आपने विकास के मार्ग को चुना है। आपने हमें भारी समर्थन दिया है और मैं झारखंड वासियों से विश्वास दिलाने आया हूं कि आपने मुझे जो प्यार दिया है, जो समर्थन दिया है, जो शक्ति दी है, इसके लिए मैं झारखंड का अंतःकरणपूर्वक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं, उनका अभिनंदन करता हूं। लेकिन झारखंड के मेरे प्यारे भाइयों बहनों, सिर्फ आभार व्यक्त करके मैं अपना कर्तव्य पूर्ण नहीं मानता। आपने जो प्यार दिया है उसे मैं ब्याज समेत लौटाने आया।
The newly elected BJP National President Amit Shah, who will be in the city, that is Hyderabad, on Thursday for his maiden 2-day visit, is expected to provide a much needed direction of Telangana BJP, besides clarifying the party's stance vice versa in the Telangana decision. The feedback from Telangana BJP unit is to keep away from an alliance with the TD at least till the 2019 election and allow the state BJP to take on the ruling Telangana Rashtra Samiti single-handed. Mr. Shah will participate in 2 important meetings, one with the party leaders on Thursday evening, another with the president of village units of the party in Telangana on the following day. BJP State President B. Kishan Reddy wants the party to it alone against the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, with a clear-cut agendas of issues beside publishing central government schemes and propaganda. Prime Minister Narendra Modi imagined to build the organization at all levels in the state. 3 persons were killed and 6 others were injured in a very fresh fire in Assam's violence hit Golaghat district. Following the incident, curfew imposed in the town and Ranjana. Earlier in the day, a policeman was injured on a police vehicle and 3 trucks were set ablaze in Golaghat by a mob that blockaded NH37 protesting against the police action at Rana Ganja. The protester accusing the police of an unprovoked attack on them at Rana Ganja on Tuesday attacked police personnel at Moinapara under Golaghat police station with bomb sticks and injured one of them seriously, police said. The demonstrators, who carried banners and placed with banners and placards, said they would continue with the protest against the unprovoked police action till the government provided them protection from attack from Nagaland. The protesters, who included local people and neighboring advisor tea garden workers, raised slogans against Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi for alleging failure to give the protection of the people along Assam-Nagaland border. Several vehicles, including the trucks with essential goods towards Nagaland, remained stranded, and people could not go for the work in Numalgara refinery due to the blockage, he added. Reportedly on August 17, the high-level delegation of EJAC met Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah Political Secretary Tanveer Siddique to discuss the issues. The police intervened during the protest and detained the protesting workers. Over 100 furious government employees tagged a protest in Jammu and Kashmir to demand better wages and regularization of jobs. Demanding better treatment, the employees under the banner of Employees Joint Action Commission shouted slogans against the state government in Srinagar on Wednesday and said that the government has not fulfilled the terms of the agreement yet. Flood situation remained grave in UP, where the toll rose to 89 on Thursday, with the reports of 7 more deaths in the state whose eastern parts were looking more worst. The river swelled after water was released from Girja and Shadabargar in Baharashtra district, said Additional District Magistrate Administration Ashutosh Trivedi said 335 boats were deployed and directive issued to evacuate people from 100 villages from the catchment area. According to the report from Baranki, around 89,000 people in 125 villages of Ramnagar, Surulaki, Gospur and Ramsanti Histasi Tehsali were affected. 16 relief centers and 8 shelter homes have been set up in the area. Meanwhile, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav on Thursday directed Health Minister Ahmed Hassan to personally monitor and coordinate with flood relief efforts and to prevent outbreak of any epidemic in the affected areas. CM has asked Health Minister Ahmed Hassan to personally coordinate with the flood efforts and report them regularly, according to a spokesman in Lucknow. He has directed Health Department to take adequate steps on a war footing to prevent any sort of epidemic. The state government has sanctioned rupees 55.41 crore for families affected by floods. The wife and the infant son of Hamas military commander, that is Mohammed Deif, were killed in an Israeli airstrike. Islamic group said on Wednesday, after the collapse of a week-long ceasefire, sparked a sharp escalation in Gaza attack and freeze in a truce talk in Cairo. Israel Defense Minister Moshe Yaalon said all the opinions were open to Israel, including a fresh ground invasion of Gaza amid the diplomatic crisis over the ceasefire talks. Palestine President Mahmoud Abbas was scheduled to travel to Qatar to hold talk with Hamas leader Khalid Mashal, who is based there. Egypt's government urged both sides to come back to the negotiating table. Israel cabinet members have warned that a new escalation could promote a decision to topple Hamas rule in Gaza, a move Mr. Netanyahu has resisted so far. Such a move would dramatically increase casualty on both sides and ratchet up the international criticism of Israel. Let's have a look on today's sports news. Abhijit Gupta started with a hard-fought win. Grandmaster and former world junior champion, that is Abhijit Gupta, got off to a fine start, scoring a hard-fought with over Zendan Al Zandani of Yemen in the first round of Abu Dhabi Masters on Thursday. Wolfsburg replies. Wolfsburg ready to pounce on Wednesday bears an opener. VfL Wolfsburg are ready to take full advantage of an injury weekend Bayern Munich when they face last season domestic double winners in Bundesliga kick off on Friday. Tough draw for Indian football team in Asian Games. The Indian men's U23 national team will be playing Jordan and UAE. Group G, while the women's senior national team have been placed in Group A with the hosts South Korea, Thailand and Maldives in the upcoming in Saudi's Asian Games. Hockey India inducts Madhya Pradesh as new associate member. Prior to being the associate member of Hockey India, Hockey Madhya Pradesh was known as Madhya Pradesh Hockey Association. That is, HI said in a statement speaking on the newly formed Hockey Madhya Pradesh. Secretary General Narendra Batra said, "I welcome Hockey Madhya Pradesh to the family of Hockey India, and we look forward to them to the continuing their commendable work that they have been doing since their inspections as Madhya Pradesh Hockey Association." Let's have an update of today's stock market. Sensex for today stand with 26,360.11 with 0.17%, whereas Nifty for today stand with 7,891.10 with 0.20% in the evening. Let's have a look on today's gold and silver rates as per Malabar Golds. According to Malabar Golds, today's gold rates, that is 21st of August, Thursday, are as follows. For 22 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 26,880. Whereas silver rates for today for 10 grams, it's rupees 432. Gold rates for 10 grams for 24 carats, it's 28,340. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast of 6 regions of Telangana state. Hyderabad minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius and maximum 33 degrees Celsius. Karimnagar minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius and maximum 32 degrees Celsius. Mehbubnagar minimum temperature 27 degrees Celsius and maximum 35 degrees Celsius. Medak minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius and maximum 33 degrees Celsius. Khammam minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius and maximum 33 degrees Celsius. Whereas today's minimum temperature of Nizamabad starts with 24 degrees Celsius, whereas maximum 33 degrees Celsius. Let's have a look on our headlines once again. 10 messages Narendra Modi gave to Jharkhand. BJP Chief Amit Shah in Hyderabad today to help party get a grip in Telangana. Assam Nagaland border clashes, 3 killed in fresh police firing curfew imposed. Gaza strife escalates after talk collapses. Employees in Kashmir stage protest to demand better wages. Uttar Pradesh floods, death toll hits 89, 1.5 lakh people affected. That's all in the newscast for today. Keep watching Real English News. Till then, take care. This is Sharif Akram Yamani. Sign off for today. Allah Hafiz.